is it that is ultimate or necessary in the nature of things? What I mean is those conditions, those presuppositions or requirements, without which arguably nothing at all would exist. And certainly not a universe giving rise to oddly probative beings such as ourselves. Can we possibly identify something of these ultimate matters? Of course, even if we could, we couldn't stop there. We'd also have to consider their relationship to one another, how it is they fit together in a kind of collective constitution of ultimate coherence. This is no simple task, and many would advise against asking such metaphysical questions at all. Yet we remain a curious species, and ask we must. Ultimate questions are born from the fact of our existence and the shifting layers of our experience, and they extend to the unbounded universe at large. Why is it that anything at all exists? What is the nature of possibility, and how does possibility become actual in and as a world? And should God exist, what is the nature of divine necessity? Or must God exist without reason and explanation? These questions are far from shallow. You see, we've called ourselves Homo sapiens, but we're also Homo quaerens. We are questioning beings in a rather questionable cosmos. Let's go deeper. What does it mean that the universe houses our very possibility before its actualization? What does it suggest about the nature and character of things that the universe comes to question itself through us? Is it plausible, say, that human mentality is purely accidental in such a universe? Or is it perhaps a finite reflection of a kind of infinite and necessary mentality, underlying and giving rise to the cosmos itself? And what of value? That concern for the intrinsic worth of knowing and being which undergirds all meaningful questions. Is human experience with value fortuitous? Or is it an intimation of a deeper axiological ultimacy in the universe? Could value be the reason for the universe itself? The reason for any kind of mentality at all, be it human, alien, or divine? These remain both classical and contemporary metaphysical questions. And the history of philosophy has put forth no shortage of wild proposals in trying to answer them. Arguably, however, some of the most long-standing and far-reaching are those surrounding the primordiality of mind and the supremacy of value. The roots of these approaches are ancient, dating back to the genius of Plato and Aristotle, and they're differently framed and reframed by key thinkers throughout the Western intellectual tradition. These include thinkers like Plotinus, Anselm, Aquinas, Descartes, Leibniz, Spinoza, Hegel, Whitehead, and in our current time, Keith Ward and John Leslie. Although diversely understood, this tradition makes a resounding and haunting claim that something, and perhaps someone, ultimately mind-like and of immeasurable value, necessarily conditions and is itself necessarily conditioned by ultimate notions whose collective and reciprocal functions mutually ground the possibility, character, and reason for all existence. For many today, these convictions are as luring as they are challenging, and as reductive materialisms are buried in graveyards of philosophical dogma. Questions concerning the ultimacy of mind and value in and for the cosmos continue to undergird some of the most exciting philosophical, theological, and scientific proposals of our time. We remain creatures of investigation, and such questions are worthy of investigating. In a final analysis, could it be that mind, value, and the cosmos each have a mode of ultimacy in the nature of things? Could it be that they are entangled in such a way that quests for their ultimacy are ultimately quests for their relationality? In this case, you see, ultimacy would not be a matter of pointing to one thing, reality, or condition as ultimate, nor indeed to many of them, but rather a matter of pointing to the way in which they're interdependent and mutually supportive. There's this kind of relationship that Whitehead called mutual immanence. It's a relationship of independent inseparability. And I think it can help us think about the nature of ultimacy. In fact, it's in consideration of the relational nature of ultimacy in this way that one is led to affirm that relationality is what is ultimate.